spicy. Things are getting a little bit spicy around these parts. Baby, you want, baby, bow, 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 bow. Bow, bow, bow. I know that. Canelo Alvarez, Edgar Berlanga. It's what's happening next in September. And I want to talk about this. Ego thoughts, where I told you I had to go back to the basics on the channel, where I just give you some thoughts. It don't have to be topics or articles or an interview, just things that Boxing Ego want to talk about. And you guys know I have my fair share of opinions. My big mouth. I speak from the heart. I'm real, just like Tupac, my big mouth. But I give constructive criticism, my truest thoughts. I don't beat around the bush, not a bunch of filth, Lauren, and filth and filler. It ain't been stepped on. I got Blue Magic's name brand like Pepsi. I guarantee it my dollar, right? So I'm giving you guys the Blue Magic. Now, with that, I look at it like this. There's always a spectrum. If I'm going to have criticisms, then I also want to give credit where credit's due. And when it comes to Canelo versus Berlanga, they're entertaining me, right? The reason I'm saying this is because when this fight was announced, your boy Ego wasn't really excited, right? Like, I was like, what is this? Where's David Benavidez, right? But I am happy to report I am actually pleasantly surprised with a fight that I wasn't really even like hyped about, if you will. They're doing both Canelo and Berlanga. They're actually doing a good job of promoting what they have. Now, again, there's going to be people like, all right, I'm not paying for this. I don't want to see this. That's on you. And a lot of yous don't pay for anything anyway. So even it could be Errol Spence and Crawford for all the belts and y'all too cheap to pay for it. So I'm not really worried about that. I'm giving you my thoughts, the Ego thoughts. They've been promoting this, the bad blood seems to be real. And I think one of the differences here with this Canelo Berlanga is they're billing it as like Mexico versus PR, Puerto Rico. We haven't seen this with Canelo probably since Miguel Cotto, I want to say. Of course, I'm not comparing Berlanga. He don't have a Cotto career. He's not loved by the island like Cotto. I'm not making that comparison. In fact, I'm not even the one that started the Mexico versus Puerto Rico angle, but I'm just telling you this is what I've seen being promoted. And Berlanga, he hasn't really fought no one. I don't know why Canelo picked it, but they're doing a good job. And Berlanga, he's saying he's going to knock out Canelo, and he's being outspoken, which is actually what I want to see, because I was a little bit scared. Actually, I'm bone crusher. I ain't never scared. I really wasn't scared. But what I was worried that when I seen the New York press conference, it wasn't hype enough. There wasn't enough. So I was like, oh, man. Because what I've noticed is this. Canelo's a legend, Guys get in front of him and almost get starstruck, right? Other fighters that are going to fight him. And it's like they don't want to trash talk him, or they don't want his fan base to like be mad at them, or I don't know what it is. But we've seen it with the Jermell Charlo fight. Jermell Charlo definitely no stranger to trash talk or, speaking his mind. And he did it, and he showed you that with Tony Harrison. Even in the Brian Castano, I want to say the rematch, where he's like, this is America. They got their flags, we got our flags, this is America. And then they was like booing. Charlo turned up for those press conferences, and it made it for very fun press conferences. The lines only, keep running your mouth, keep running, all that. Both of them, Jermell and Jamal. But Jermell got the Canelo fight. And then I noticed the press conferences were super bland. Like Crawford is calling out Canelo. I don't think he's going to get it, but we'll see. We'll see what plays out. But when Jermell got the fight, he was just like too friendly with Canelo. So I actually give props to Berlanga. I don't know how he got chosen. I'm not saying this was the guy that rightful pick and all that, but he's making the most of his opportunity. So I give him credit for that. And he's not acting shook of Canelo Alvarez's star power. He talking crazy. Now, do I believe he gonna do all the stuff he said he's gonna do and spark and knock Canelo out and put him on what we're about to listen to? No. I'm definitely looking at Canelo as being the victor here. But again, on my channel, Ego Thoughts, I give credit where credit's due. I just respect it. I respect he's a young cat and he got that, the New York flavor. And he going at Canelo and he not acting like, like starstruck, like Caleb Plant. Same thing. When Caleb Plant got in front of Canelo, they were slapping and pushing each other and stuff. I could respect that because I'm not saying every press conference is going to be like that, but just be you. And I think he's truly being himself. Now, as far as Canelo, English Canelo is on pure demon time. This man is funny. He's been doing more interviews in English. He got one with Big Boy TV. Shout out to Big Boy Radio. Big Boy TV, check that Canelo interview. He was cussing, saying his favorite cuss words like he was too short. I have it on my Instagram and on my Twitter. You guys can go find it. It's on the page. It's easy to find. I'm not even going to play it right here because he's just cussing so much and, you can't have all that. But check that out. But I do want to listen to Berlanga talking spicy, because I need y'all to hear what he was saying and like the promises that he's making for this upcoming fight. Again, not saying I believe him, but I give him props for going at Canelo and, not holding back and treating Canelo like he's not human.
Around, swinging, watch what's going to happen to him. I'm going to put him on his eyes. And I'll give him 6. That's a fact. And let him come out. Let's see, because I already been studying. He likes to run around the first 2-3 rounds to fill you out. But let him try to open up after that. Let him try to open up and see what's going to happen. I'm going to put him nasty, you heard? Yeah, tell him to come out first round. Swinging, watch what's going to happen to him. I'm going to put him on his eyes. And I'll give him 6. That's a fact. And let him come out. Let's see, because I already been studying. He likes to run around the first 2-3 rounds to fill you out. But let him try to open up after that. Let him try to open up and see what's going to happen. I'm going to put him nasty, you heard?
He said he going to put Canelo on his ass. He said, I'm going to put him nasty. Like, I'm going to put him down. Me. Like he doing Kendrick Lamar. Wop. Come up. Wop. I'm going to do my stuff. So he doing the sound effect. This is his pops.
Canelo, we're going to knock you out, right? And we're going to take all your bells, and we're going to send you to Guadalajara. Cabrón. Yo, Canelo, we're going to knock you out, right? And we're going to take all your bells, and we're going to send you to Guadalajara. Cabrón.
Hey, like I said, shout out to the Berlangas, because they making it more fun than I expected. Just because you need that in boxing. Like, I don't want to see a PC like press conference. I'm from the old school when Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric Morales, they was battling for Mexico to see who's like Tijuana versus Mexico City. And you know what I mean? I come from that, where Mike Tyson's swinging on Lennox Lewis and his team and stuff. And Lennox and Hasim Rahman tore up the ESPN. I come from that, when they had to put people behind glasses and plexiglass and all that. That's the era of boxing I come from, where it was just like, I remember when Larry Holmes ran on top of a limousine and did a leg drop. You see what I'm saying? Y'all don't know these moments in boxing. So I come from that. Ricardo Mayorga swinging and flicking cigarettes in people's face and stuff like that when boxing popping. So I give credit to Berlanga for he trying to capitalize on his moment. He is substantially bigger than Canelo. I will give him that. He does have power. He's definitely bigger than Canelo, but he's very inexperienced at this level. And Canelo's older, so I'm not gonna oversell it and say, oh, this is the best fight ever. But they are they are impressing me with the build-up. And Canelo, he's been on the Breakfast Club and Big Boy Radio. They're doing more promo than Crawford did with Madrimov. Straight up. Terrence Crawford had all these like gimmicks from Turkey for Riyadh season, fireworks and LED lights and EDM music and glow sticks and stuff. And then the fight still lost $10 million. And Crawford still didn't really promote, which is what Bob Arum said. I lose money on every Crawford fight. So it looks like Bob Arum was correct. And I think boxing at its best is pretty simple. Give us some good fights, some good entertainment, even if it's a fight that is not the biggest, make it fun, like Tank Roley and stuff like that. And I think this is kind of a similar situation where, Canelo Berlanga is not the number 1 fight, of course, people wanted, but they're at least selling the fight and, oh, I'm going to put you in pain. I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to knock you out. They're at least doing that part, and I give them credit for that. And it's good because they got to compete with UFC in the Sphere, the first fight in the Sphere. So let me know what you guys think of the build-up. If you haven't seen, check those videos on my Instagram or Twitter. Links in the description. Subscribe.